Flight crew, prepare for launch. Glitter all over my face. God damn. How did that even get there? So much pigment. I'm drowning in pigment.
You do an impression, Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh. Yeah!
Which is unbelievable.
One guy was like, I want it.
Give us a little taste.
God, you look like the 4th of July. Taking the dog, dumbass.
I do one impression, and it's the weirdest impression. I should have like a Christopher Walken or something, and I have a Kristen Stewart. I did it to her, and she was like, oh man, I do that with my mouth. And I was like, you're doing it now, I know.
Can you do maybe Kristen Stewart explaining what Pitch Perfect 3 is about?
You know, there's like, the Bellas are out of college, and they go on a USO tour, and there's like, you know, hilarity ensues, so.
Pretend that you're like at the friend's house. Maybe like Ross invited you over. I think Rachel would come over and she'd be like, oh, Jimmy, how long have you and Ross been hanging out? Did you know that Ross and I used to date? And then I think Monica would be like, not now, Rachel.
You had these scenes with Christopher Walken in Wedding Crashers, and I got to think that as an actor, that's got to be a dream come true.
I was very intimidated by him. He's not the normal guy who's like, hey, how you doing? It's not like that. He just sort of sits there in the makeup chair and he's like, pineapple. I like to eat it.
Because Tracy told me he went to your house and you made him, as he said over and over again to me, ballpark Franks.
He said, I went over there, he made me Franks, ballpark Franks. That's why I'ma always be cool with Eddie, because he made me them Franks.
We are painters, Pollock. We don't have any money. And you need, and I am not gonna bring a baby into that.
Oh, you know, I'm not sure I place it.
Marcia Gay Harden, Pollock.
Oh, okay, it was a little intense.
Yeah.
I think I saw Pulp Fiction when I was about 11 or 12. And so I printed out the script, and I'd read it to my mom when we drove up to auditions. Somebody would pull up, and I'd be a 12-year-old kid saying to his mom, you know, for 5 long years, I carried this watch up my ass.
Gal Gadot, she hosted SNL. I was with Adie Bryant. We were just like, oh, okay, now we know that we are Midwestern toads compared to this, like, Mediterranean goddess. Everything she says is like a prophecy. I asked her, do you have hobbies, Gal? And she was like, I love to go to the beach. I love to paddleboard. I love to go to the Maldives. Do you have a hobby, Kate? And I was like, I watch Dateline.
The first night that we were filming, we were doing the night stuff where Leo comes and screams at us in the car. And at one point, Quentin, he ordered a crepe truck. They had Nutella and strawberry crepes and that sort of thing. And it's 3 in the morning, and you know, night shoots are usually this really exhausting thing, but I just was like a kid in a candy store. And I'm standing next to Quentin, and he goes, how great is this? We're eating crepes, we're making a movie. You know what my thing is? I want to give everybody on my set such a good time that their next job sucks.
Drew Barrymore.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so honored. I'm talking about substitute teaching.
Who's the teacher?
Her name is Abby Adamson.
We shot Guardians of the Galaxy here in London, and my wife, Anna, came out to visit, and she fell in love with this show. The Only Way is Essex. It's like basically their Jersey Shores. So like, honestly, I saw this guy. Honestly, did Michael cheat on me when he was in a beef art? And of course he was telling me, he's like, I miss you or whatever. And I'm like, you miss me? What am I, your mother?
You brought Michael Jackson and Prince together.
So one time we had a show in Vegas. Michael Jackson called. Hey, what's Michael? I heard you guys are doing a show tonight. Yeah, we going at 9 o'clock. Oh, rats. I gotta put the kids to sleep. So I was like, well, I'm performing with Prince later on. Michael came to see me rock with Prince. Prince steps off the stage and plays the bass in Michael Jackson's face. Michael Jackson leaves and goes home and says, meet me in the house for breakfast. So I go to his house for breakfast. First words he says, why was Prince playing the bass in my face?
Oh, should I say that though?
Prince, he's just being nice, you know? No, Prince, he's always been a meanie.
Okay, on the actor side is Jennifer Lawrence.
They told me not to do a game show, but I was like, screw it, I can have fun. I'm a regular person.
Name a bad habit that you just can't quit. Jennifer.
I'm just like a snackaholic. I mean, I love Pringles. If no one's looking, I'll eat like a whole can. Like every day is my cheat day, you know what I mean?
Oh, how annoyingly relatable.
I was in the studio with Lenny Kravitz. He was doing something with Jay-Z, and he, you know how he talked. Yeah, D, I'm gonna play this for you, D. That's how he is, yeah, you know, I'm gonna put this on for you, man. Just tell me what you think.
Would you mind telling us the story about when you were nominated and you had the beads?
In New Zealand, where we filmed Lord of the Rings, If you're lucky, when you leave, you're given a piece of green stone, and it'll bring you a bit of luck. So when those films were nominated for something like 20 Oscars, everybody from New Zealand was wearing their green stone, punami. And when we're on the red carpet going into the ceremony, I met Maggie Smith. Hello, what are you here for? I said, well, Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah. She said, what's that round your neck? Oh, I said, it's my punami. Oh, your punami, what's that for? I said, well, if I wear it, it'll bring me luck. And, oh, very nice. And we went our separate ways. And at the end, of course, everyone else wins the Oscar apart from you. And a bit dejected, you're coming out looking forward to a drink, and you bump into Maggie Smith, and she points at you and she says, it didn't work, did it?
Okay, Holly Hunter talking about a gas station. I love Holly Hunter.
Oh, I love her too. This is great, Jimmy. This is so superior to that service station on Wilshire. You got all sorts of snacks, Skittles, Starburst, sunflower seeds if you're trying to watch your sugar.
People do impressions of you, don't they?
Am I in your canon?
Can I have the cards?
So, welcome back. So you've never been on the show.
I feel your pain, Bob.
Can you give me your best impression of someone famous?
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know?
I do Donald Duck.
You do Donald Duck?
Yeah.
You do impressions?
Well, I just finished a movie with Woody Harrelson. I got a couple of giggles out of him. The hardest ones to do are the ones that everyone does, like your Walkens or your McConaughey. You can't just do the all right thing anymore, because it's like everyone can do it. But what you got to do is throw in a little Texas whistle in there with those S's. When you start to hear those S's start to creep on in. Won't you step outside to my AIR stream? I'll make you a margarita, blow your horns off.
You're with him, and all of a sudden you find yourself kind of like leaning back. You lean back, you talk, you know, you maybe don't enunciate as much, but sometimes you do. You enunciate intentionally. I just think it's fun when you get to the point where you spend enough time with him, you know how to riff as him. Oh, yeah. Football. I like the Tennessee Titans, the Patriots. God bless America. And for a game, sit down, play a little ball, maybe break a sweat first, have the kids, children, family, intentions.
You're the king of impressions, Chris Rock. Would you ever consider running for president?
I mean, okay. At this point, anybody could be the president. Listen, I don't care if Flavor Flav runs. I'll vote for him. If he wins, and make Honey Boo Boo the vice president. I don't care.
Eddie Murphy, how would you accept an Oscar?
Well, you know, what first I would say to these people, why did it take so long? That's my question. I should have been had me an Oscar.
Michael Jackson was a real hero of yours. Did you meet him?
No, I talked to him on the phone. I was in Paris, and I was with Kenny Ortega. We were promoting High School Musical 3, and we were at dinner. His phone rang. I remember I got this look like, you want this phone call? So I came over, and I was like, what's going on? He goes, it's Michael Jackson. I'm like, what? And he hands me the phone, and I was like, hello? And I heard, hi, who's this? I was like, this is Zac Efron. I'm a massive fan. I was just at a loss for words and rambling on. He said, that's really nice. Can you hand the phone back to Kenny? I sat back down. Phone rang again. Kenny answered, and I saw him kind of confused across the table. He looked at me again. He's like, it's Michael Jackson again. I picked up the phone. I was like, hello? And he goes, oh, this is Zac from High School Musical? Yeah. And he was like, oh, I love what you do. I'm a huge fan. I lost it. I was like, you know who I am? And I just started crying. That made him cry. Both crying to each other on the phone. He ended the whole phone call with, hey, Zac, isn't it awesome? And I was like, what? And he goes, dreams really do come true, don't they?
Can you tell the story about Mike Tyson?
That was when I first started doing stand-up, I was like 21, and I'm in this hood club because I did all my jokes in the hood first. It's got to be funny in the hood before I go to Main Street. I'm in the hood, I'm doing this joke, and I'm killing L.A., and I get to my Mike Tyson joke. And that's where I usually get a standing ovation. And when I get to the joke, nobody laughs. You know why? Because Mike Tyson is in the building. And it was crazy because that's when Mike Tyson was like knocking people out for just smiling. And I get to that joke, and somebody yelled, Mike is in here! Everything clenched up. I was like, wow. There was a black girl egging on. She was sitting in the front. What you gonna do, Jamie? You gonna tell your little joke? And then the dude yelled out, Mike said you could do the joke, but that better be funny. So now it's the pressure. So I do the joke. I think it was something like Mike Tyson going through the drive-thru with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hi, this is Mike Tyson. Welcome to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, can I get chicken and biscuit and some slaw? What's that you say, sir? I want slaw, lots of slaw. Anyway, the joke goes over. It's a standing ovation, and then Mike comes up to me. There he is! And I actually hung out with Mike during all those times. Mike was so rich. He had Lamborghini trucks. He'd be in the club, the girls like, you like BMWs? They'd be like, yeah. He'd just go buy a bushel of BMWs. Yeah, give me a bushel of BMWs. movies and ask for.
Hey, Ellen, I have a song for you. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Come on, Ellen, don't you know this song? Up above the world so high.
One more clue. Okay.
Oh, I like to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
I just wanted to see you do that. Gwen Stefani.
I love your Al Pacino impression.
I did stand up for a little bit in LA. It was Al Pacino giving a speech to a film crew on the first day before the first shot.
I love film. I love women. I love wine. I love kangaroos. Hey, why not?
I heard that he had seen it, like his agent had come up to me and said, Al saw it. I kind of freaked out that I was gonna, come at my door or something like, open up! Whatever.
I'm here. Come on, baby.
But now supposedly he said,
It's good. That has happened to me before.
And we were on set a couple weeks ago, and he was like, yo, what's that dude? You know that movie with Jack Human? I'm like, he's like, Jack Human, the dude in the movies. And I was like, Tracy, we're gathering. I'm like, what are you trying to say? He's like, Jack Human, the dude who was Wolverine. Hugh Jackman?
Do you do an impression of your husband?
Oh, we all three of us have good impressions. It's usually at the dinner table. Malia will start it because she usually asks the serious question. Well, Dad, tell us about your day. Oh, and what about that conversation on global warming? Sasha and I are like, oh God, no, don't get him started. He's like, well, no, I'm glad you asked that. Let me just answer that in 3 points. 1, then 1A, and then 1A and B. And Sasha and I are like, oh.
Kathleen Turner talking about slip and slides. I have a microphone for you.
Kathleen Turner 20 years ago or Kathleen Turner today?
If you close your eyes, this is Kathleen Turner today talking about...
Oh, listen, Jimmy, believe me. I know all about slip and slides. I've walked that long, lonely crocodile mile. And it always ends the same way. You run, you slide, you hit the bump, and you take it down.
You must run into these people sometimes after doing these impressions. You ever run into one of them, they go like, yeah, nice.
Nobody likes their impression of themselves, I find. They'll quickly skirt to be like, you do this person great, you do that person great, you really haven't gotten me. But I was backstage at the 40th, somebody I got to meet who I never got to do on the show, and I'm walking and I see out of the corner of my eye, Jeff Goldblum walks up, and he passes and he catches eyes with me, and all he gives me is, yes, very, very good. And then kept walking.
You say you love doing impressions. My favorite being Chris Evans.
Oh my God. Oh God. It's like, oh man. Okay. I love Chris. I actually saw him backstage last night. He was wearing a t-shirt and a cardigan. He wasn't wearing his costume like I was. And he was just like, dude, really? I was watching it on TV, man. I mean, what? Oh my God.
Vanessa, what are you doing? What? Can you just drop that for a second? Yeah. Vanessa, come on. Oh, sorry, Jen. I think we've just got to move on. I thought, because I do this great bit as Rachel. Is it a great bit, though? I mean, kind of just sounds like all you're doing is like, what? Oh, what? Me? Oh, wow. Is it like this? What? Wow. I don't do that. Babes.
The last time you did me, you did my laugh very well. Do you do lots of people? Are you one of those actors?
You were doing Chewbacca during the clip. Natural knee-jerk.
That's one of my favourite Chewbacca moments. It's just that... Can I take you back? You look shocked to be back on set.
I used to play golf. I did get a chance to play with Ray Romano. Here's my impression of Ray Romano playing golf, but I need your help. Can you do like the sound of a golf, like a whack? Ready? Oh, do it again. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Be right.
We had John Hamm on our show, and he did an impression of you.
If you think about it, it's like a double insult because, well, he's making fun of my voice, and he's making fun of my golf game. I don't hit that many bad shots. I don't want to take anything away from John Hamm, but here's what really pisses me off about it. He's handsome, and he's funny. Here's John Hamm hitting a bad golf shot. Go ahead, do the thing. I don't give a I look like this.